Visibility is a liability. In the modern world, attention looks like power, but for the people who truly possess power, attention is often treated as a threat. Society trains ordinary people to chase visibility, more followers, more recognition, more public validation. But the wealthiest individuals on earth spend extraordinary amounts of money doing the exact opposite. They disappear. They build distance between themselves and the public. They reduce exposure. They remove traces. Because once you reach a certain level of wealth, influence, or control, privacy stops being comfort and becomes infrastructure. Real power does not seek an audience. It seeks autonomy, and autonomy begins with silence. In earlier decades, wealth was designed to be displayed. Giant mansions, public galas, extravagant fashion, newspaper headlines. Visibility itself was part of status, but the digital age changed the mathematics of exposure. Today, every image becomes data. Every post becomes intelligence. Every location becomes trackable. A photo outside a restaurant can reveal routines. A luxury purchase can reveal financial patterns. A public relationship can become leverage. The internet transformed attention into surveillance, and the people at the highest levels understood this faster than everyone else. This is why many billionaires no longer buy houses simply for comfort. They buy control. Mark Zuckerberg understood this principle with unusual precision. After purchasing his Palo Alto residence, he quietly bought the surrounding neighboring homes, reportedly spending tens of millions of dollars not because he needed additional living space, but because he wanted to control visibility around him. Control who could see the property, control potential sightlines, control access. Jeff Bezos followed a similar path. On Miami's Indian Creek Island, often called the billionaire bunker, Bezos quietly consolidated neighboring properties worth tens of millions of dollars each. Multiple homes, multiple layers, multiple barriers between himself and the public. Reports later emerged of privacy disputes and aggressive security measures designed to obstruct visibility into the property. Because once your identity becomes globally recognizable, even basic human freedom begins disappearing. A normal person can walk into a cafe unnoticed. A billionaire often cannot. A normal person can make a mistake in private. A billionaire makes mistakes under a microscope, and that microscope changes behavior. It changes relationships. It changes psychology. This is something most people misunderstand about extreme wealth. The rich are not only protecting money, they are protecting mental space. Because visibility creates noise, and noise destroys clarity. A landmark Wilmington Trust study examining families with net worths exceeding $20 million revealed something fascinating. Their greatest fear was not economic collapse. It was exposure. Nearly half feared being publicly identified as wealthy. Many feared scams, predators, extortion, manipulation, and relationships becoming transactional. Because once people know you possess wealth, they stop interacting with you naturally. Conversations change. Intentions change. Every interaction becomes psychologically contaminated by opportunity. This is why truly wealthy people often become intentionally vague about their lives. Ask them what they do, and the answers are usually ambiguous. Investments, consulting, a few businesses. The ambiguity is strategic. It creates informational fog. The less people understand about your finances, your routines, your assets, or your network, the harder you are to manipulate. Silence protects leverage. Silence protects boundaries. Silence protects freedom. Old money families understood this generations ago. Unlike new money culture, which often treats wealth as performance, old money culture treats visibility as risk. The loud display of status attracts envy, political attention, opportunists, lawsuits, fake relationships, and social instability. This is why some of the wealthiest families in the world avoid logos, avoid interviews, avoid social media, and intentionally maintain low public profiles despite possessing enormous influence behind closed doors. Because mystery itself creates protection. The less accessible you appear, the more control you maintain over your environment. History repeatedly proves this principle. Even organized crime understood that visibility shortens survival. Carlo Gambino, one of the most powerful mafia bosses in American history, lived modestly, avoided unnecessary attention, refused media spectacle, and rarely displayed wealth publicly. Many people around him barely understood the scale of his power. He died outside prison walls. Then came John Gotti, the Dapper Don, whose expensive suits, public charisma, and media obsession transformed him into a celebrity criminal. He became entertainment, and entertainment attracts attention. Eventually, law enforcement concentrated enormous pressure against him until visibility itself became his weakness. Gotti died in prison. Tony Accardo understood the same lesson in Chicago. He ruled for decades through restraint, discipline, and invisibility, allowing louder figures to absorb media attention while he operated quietly in the background. But when his mansion was burglarized and violent retaliation reportedly followed, federal scrutiny intensified dramatically. One emotional reaction disrupted decades of controlled silence because attention behaves like fire. Once it spreads, controlling it becomes nearly impossible. The same pattern exists in politics, royalty, intelligence agencies, and elite business circles. The individuals who maintain influence for decades are often the least visible people in the room. They understand that perceived importance and actual power are rarely the same thing. Loud people dominate headlines. Quiet people often dominate systems. Modern social media culture reversed this logic completely. Today, people are encouraged to document every detail of their existence: their meals, their cars, their vacations, their relationships, their exact locations in real time. Entire identities are constructed around being watched. The algorithm rewards exposure because exposure generates engagement, and engagement generates profit. But psychologically, constant visibility creates exhaustion. It traps people inside public performance. Every moment becomes content. Every achievement becomes validation-seeking behavior. Every experience becomes incomplete unless strangers witness it. The quietly wealthy reject this system entirely. They understand that the ability to live without constant observation is one of the rarest luxuries left in modern society. Privacy creates peace. Privacy creates strategic thinking. Privacy creates emotional stability. When nobody constantly watches your life, you gain the ability to think independently from public pressure. This is why many elite individuals intentionally structure their lives around informational minimalism. They use shell companies, anonymous trusts, layered LLCs, legal structures specifically designed to disconnect ownership from identity. Some wealth protection strategies layer land trusts with anonymous Wyoming or Delaware LLCs so thoroughly that tracing ownership becomes extremely difficult. To ordinary people, this may appear paranoid. To high net worth individuals, it is operational security, because visibility invites litigation. The moment people know what you own, you become a target for lawsuits, scams, extortion. The rich are not hiding because they are afraid of society. They are hiding because they understand incentives. Human behavior changes around money. Even the security industry reflects this philosophy. Kidnap and ransom insurance, commonly used by wealthy families and executives, does not simply provide financial coverage. It deploys crisis management teams, extraction specialists, negotiators, and intelligence consultants trained to manage high-risk situations discreetly. But the most fascinating aspect is often the confidentiality requirement. In many cases, publicly revealing the existence of the policy can compromise or void protections entirely. Even security itself depends on silence. And this reveals a deeper truth about power. The people who understand risk best rarely advertise their defenses. The average person believes wealth is about luxury consumption. The wealthy often understand it as risk management. The larger your assets become, the more your life transforms into defense, insulation, and control over exposure. This is also why many celebrities eventually disappear from public life. Fame appears glamorous from a distance, but psychologically, constant recognition erodes normal human experience. Simple activities become impossible without interruption. Relationships become difficult to trust. Strangers begin projecting fantasies, resentment, or entitlement onto your existence. Some celebrities eventually move into heavily isolated estates, not because they hate people, but because they miss normalcy. The freedom to exist without performance becomes priceless, and perhaps this is the ultimate irony of wealth. The public imagines rich people seeking visibility, while many wealthy individuals are actually trying to buy escape from visibility itself. The true luxury was never the watch, never the supercar, never the mansion. Those are symbols for observers. The real luxury is control. Control over time, control over access, control over identity. The ability to wake up without needing approval from strangers. The ability to move through the world without explanation. The ability to protect your family from unnecessary exposure. In a society obsessed with broadcasting everything, mystery has become a form of status. Silence creates psychological gravity. Visibility often equals accessibility, and accessibility reduces power. The more available you become to public opinion, the more your behavior becomes shaped by external pressure. Truly powerful individuals understand that preserving independence requires protecting psychological space from constant intrusion. That protection begins with privacy. In the end, the loudest people are often selling an image, while the most powerful people are protecting a reality. Because the highest form of status is not wealth displayed publicly, it is the freedom to disappear completely if you choose to control your own environment, your own access, your own time, your own life. Privacy is power. Move smart, move quiet.